Hello folks, this is Roz, otherwise known as Iron Beer, and I'm here today with a 4-pack sealed event, and this is a pretty auspicious day because not only am I playing in the middle of the day, which is highly unusual for me at 4:46 p.m., but I am also playing for the mtgnoob as my representors, or I'm representing them I should say, so that's kind of interesting too. I'm really glad that they gave me the chance to put down a little sealed deck fun for you guys, and hopefully we do all right. So let's take a look at what kind of rares we've got today. Well, we opened some money. We got Sphinx's Revelation, so that makes me feel a lot better, and actually makes me believe that we can just go ahead and have fun and do whatever we want, because I don't really, it's not a real big deal anymore. We also opened up a Hypersonic Dragon and an Archon of the Triumvirate. These are all very strong cards, and I'm not going to say it makes me sad, but it makes me some of the nervousness that was relieved by the Sphinx's Revelation is now replaced by the fact that these are amazing cards, and if I lose with them, I'm going to feel like an idiot. So let's go ahead and take all these rares down here. All these rares are completely playable. We even opened up a Dreadbore. That's lovely. And let's go ahead and actually let me fix my screen real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, we are back. The screen got a little weird there for a second. Okay, so we have several playable cards right there in Sphinx's Revelation, Hypersonic Dragon, Archon of the Triumvirate, and Dreadbore. Those are fantastic. My immediate instinct is to want to go Is it Azorius, just because we have those colors. Hypersonic Dragon is amazing. Archon of the Triumvirate is also very good. And they're at different parts of the curve. They're both at the end, but Hypersonic Dragon at 5, and then Archon at the very, very tail end. Is pretty neat. So hopefully we have some good cards here that will allow us to actually utilize these cards. And let's see what we do have. As usual, we'll take everything that we're definitely not going to play, and we'll go ahead and put it over here to the side. I'll go ahead and throw out the enormous card thingy. There she is. And also, I'm joined by a very special guest today, my cat. My cat is in the room with me today playing Magic, so isn't that nice? Normally, he's sleeping around the house. Ethereal Armor is okay. Azorius Terrestre is okay. Concordia Pegasus is okay. Eyes in the Skies is okay. And Tristan's Judgment. Okay, so all of our white are very playable. Ethereal Armor is maybe the one that's a sideboard card, so I'll go ahead and put that over there. Blue, we have a Bluster Squall, which I enjoy Bluster Squall. Some people think of it as maybe like a, I don't know, maybe a little bit worse than Teleportal and things like that, and in some ways it definitely is. But what's cool about it is you can essentially tap down your opponent for a turn, so if they had some sort of weird trick to blow you out, if you were just going to, let's say you just had tricks like Giant Growths and things like that, you don't have to worry about them because of Bluster Squall, except for Savage Surge. So Bluster Squall is playable. I actually don't mind Mizium Skin, and Action Injunction is okay. Inspiration is okay, Runewing is okay, and Aspira Skywatch is okay. So we actually have the beginning here to a pretty good Detain deck. We have several Detains, Aspira Skywatch, the Azorius Arrestor, and then of course the Inaction Injunction. Over here in black, Cremate is going to go over here by the wayside. Deviant Glee is definitely playable, but is a sideboard card. Drainpipe Vermin is not something you want to play. Dark Revenant, I actually do not like Dark Revenant. I don't like Dark Revenant at all, and here's why. In a format like this, where card draw is kind of at a premium and you're not really expected to get enhanced card draw, if you draw Dark Revenant and your opponent has a way to deal with it, like every turn, has something big in the sky like this Hypersonic Dragon, then you're drawing this Dark Revenant every turn if you're allowing it to die, and you're not getting anywhere. You're basically frozen in the middle of the play in time, and that's not that great. Daggerdome Imp I don't mind, and actually Daggerdome Imp is very good with the Deviant Glee. But other than that, I mean, if you have nothing to support it, it's not all that great. And this Perilous Shadow is okay. I'll leave it over here. I don't mind Perilous Shadow. It's a pretty good wall. Its mana cost is kind of strong, but it buffs up really good, getting a +2/+2 for each one in black, so that's not bad at all. Minotaur Aggressor in the red is a definite sideboard card. Tenement Crasher is actually very playable. I like Tenement Crasher. Worst case scenario, it's a 5/4 haste, but best case scenario, it actually kind of acts like a like an explosive impact on your opponent if they haven't planned their blocks right. So that's kind of neat. Survey the Wreckage, no. You get to go over there. Oh, it's a foil Survey the Wreckage. Look at how majestic that guy is surveying in the foil. I don't care. I'm still not playing it. Pursuit of Flight's amazing. Lobber Crew's very good. Annihilating Fire is very good. Wow. Traitorous Instinct. Batterhorn is okay. Maybe that will be useful. Pyroconvergence is also okay if you have the right deck for it. So all these are all pretty good. Let's take a look at the green. Archweaver is a definite sideboard card. Chorus of Might is good. I keep not wanting to like Chorus of Might, and then Chorus of Might keeps winning me games. So it's like, fine, Chorus of Might, you win. All right, you're a good card. There's nothing else I can say about it. Okay, Druid's Deliverance is fine. Gatecreeper Vine is okay. Dredge Beetle's fine. Urban Burgeoning is no. And then this Giant Growth is fine. Okay, so we also have a Sundering Growth. That's a sideboard card, but a foil Sundering Growth. Yay! Centaur Healer is amazing. Hussar Patrol is good, and definitely, well, it's good. It's okay. It's really good with a Pursuit of Flight, a 4/6 flying vigilance thing. That's pretty good. Also, we have this new Prov Guildmage. I actually like the new Prov Guildmage probably more than most people, because to me, the new Prov Guildmage is a really sweet early or late game Guildmage. It's cool because if he comes out early, you have the ability to pop your guys up in the air with flying, which is really nice for things like, oh, I don't know, Tenement Crashers and things like that. And then in the late game, when you have all this mana and you just have nothing to spend it on, you can always detain. So that's pretty sweet too. Centaur Healer, like I said, is amazing. Dramatic Rescue is awesome. Man, this white-blue deck is shaping up really nice. Blister Coral, weird. Yeah. Rakdos Cackler is pretty good, actually. And if I played enough red, I might actually play it. But I don't know. Augur Spree is amazing. These two Chemist's Tricks, I don't know. Maybe they're good, but I feel more like they're sideboard cards right now. Dreg Mangler is amazing, and then Gridley Salvage is good if what you have is a Golgari deck, and we are definitely not shaping up to have a Golgari deck right now. We also have an Izzet Kirun and the Street Sweeper. Street Sweeper, it's not like it's an awesome creature, but it's a huge body. It's a 4/6 for 6, and that can be any color of mana, so you don't have to worry about like not having a blue or a white or a red, some sort of timely color issue. And then this Table of the Guilds, I'm just not going to worry about this right now. That's no. And then Izzet Kirun is cool. I think it's probably the worst of the key runes. Is it the worst of the key runes? Yeah, it's probably the worst of the key runes. It's definitely worse than Azurius key rune. But it is fixing, and we might need it, so who knows. Looking over here with the lands, we have a Transguild Promenade, which isn't bad. We have a Rakdos Guildgate, a Golgari Guildgate, and an Izzet Guildgate. The Izzet Guildgate is a must. So, Izzet Azurius go. Sorry, Dreadbore. You're pretty cool, but you're sorcery, and you just don't make the cut today. And our rest of our black is just terrible. So, Izzet Azurius. What would I play? I would play that. That's kind of, I don't know, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense with this deck. Removal is always at a premium, so that's really good. That, yes, yes. An inspiration for late game gas. Runewing isn't the greatest creature I'd want to be playing, but it's not bad. Pursuit of Flight, Lobber Crew. We don't have, well, we have a couple ways to interact with Lobber Crew. I won't say we don't have any plays. Annihilating Fire, Traitorous Instinct, and this Tenement Crasher. Alright, so looking at this, we already have 19 cards, but I can already see that our late game here is a little bit too heavy. The amount of creatures that we have is the appropriate amount of creatures, and I'm not really sure what I want to be cutting. I really like Pursuit of Flight, but I don't know if it's a bit too, I'm expecting too much from it. I like Aspira's Skywatch. It's not like god amazing, but I do like it. Sphinx's Revelation is good. I want to make sure I don't draw myself out of my deck, is the only problem. We have some 2-drops, which is good. We only have one 3-drop. And we don't really have anything we could put into the 3-drop area to help out. I mean, we have this Is It Key rune, which is like kind of a creature and kind of mana fixing. But I don't really know what I would slide out for him. Maybe the Inspiration. Maybe the Inspiration is just too much card draw with Sphinx's Revelation. I still feel kind of heavy over here in the late game. I feel like Tenement Crasher is good, but I'm just not sure that I want to be doing things quite that late in the game. Or I'm not so sure that we'll be able to get to that late in the game. Well, maybe we will. Let me see here. We have an Action Injunction, we have the Dramatic Rescue, and we do have the Azorius Arrestor. So that's kind of nice. But I still need to cut cards. Traitorous Instinct is fantastic. I don't want to have to cut that card. I think one of these guys, man, I don't really want 9 creatures either. But I think one of these guys are going to have to go. And I think it's going to be the Tenement Crasher. So that leaves us currently with 18 cards. And we need to get down to 17 to make this a playable deck. And I can't cut another creature. I'm far too low on creatures. In fact, I might even take out the Inaction Injunction and play something like Eyes in the Skies. But that's not really, I don't know, Eyes in the Skies isn't like really amazing. It's not really amazing me. Like Rakdos Cackler might actually be a little bit better. And then I have to consider if I want to be playing this Transguild Promenade, which will fix my mana even better. This Archon is really good, and so is this Hypersonic Dragon. We just need to make sure that we get there. We don't have any Void Wielders or anything, so it's like I kind of do want to keep that Inaction Injunction. Can't get rid of the Dramatic Rescue. Pursuit of Flight is really good. Maybe the Tristani's Judgment doesn't make the cut? Man, though, I mean, having removal is really kind of key. And Tristani's Judgment is more powerful than Annihilating Fire when it comes to removal. But I feel like this might be a little bit better. We might never see Tristani's Judgment. Excuse me. And if we play this Transguild Promenade, we should be pretty good. We should be pretty good when it comes to whether or not we will be having the correct amount of lands and spells and the colors that we're going to need, because we're pretty split. I think we're going to need a little bit more white. No, maybe we will be split almost 3 ways. Let's see what Magic the Gathering requests that we have. I would actually like to, what do I want to do here? I would actually maybe drop this down to here and drop this up to here. And that would give us 5 islands, 4 red, and then 4 plains, and then the potential to have any color with this Transguild Promenade. That might be okay. This Traitorous Instinct could really win games too, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we have some life gain and card draw with Sphinx's Revelation. We have a huge bomb with Archon of the Triumvirate. We may have ways to get there with things like Bluster Squall and Action Injunction, Dramatic Rescue, Traitorous Instinct is kind of like a little random, I guess. We also have this Is It Q rune, I have to remind myself. So we actually do have a way to manipulate our land base even better. If I had to bring in something big for like a real late game deck, I could bring in something like this Street Sweeper. I could even bring in something like the Tenement Crasher or the Minotaur Aggressor. So yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're set up pretty good. Playing this Annihilating Fire might be kind of difficult, but I think it's what I want to have right now. And hopefully 9 creatures gets us there. I would much rather have 10. 10 is kind of the number you want. Even 11 or 12 is probably actually a little bit better. But these are all pretty good spells. The thing is, I don't want to just see spells. I want to be able to see creatures as well. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this right now. The easiest sideboard I could see doing is taking out something like an Inaction Injunction and putting in like a big beater like a Batterhorn or a Minotaur Aggressor or something like that. Pyro Convergence is actually kind of neat in this deck. We actually have... what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways to make Pyro Convergence do things. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know if I ever wanted to try the Pyro Convergence deck. We could even play with 31 cards, but our mana curve is kind of flat. So I'm not really sure I want to do that. Pyro Convergence could be really fun though. I need to think about that. I need to think about Pyro Convergence. Maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll take out something like an Inaction Injunction and we'll have a Pyro Convergence. That's kind of late to the party, though, Pyro Convergence. I think we'll stick with where we are right now. We'll keep this Inaction Injunction. That allows us to get through some things and hopefully remain to the late game. This is what we're going to go with, and I'm going to go ahead and submit it, and I will see you guys for the first game.